Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Dodger here. Welcome back to Formula One 2018. In our Haas career, let's move on from the Hockenheim race weekend, which was a good one. I think that was, despite maybe what some of the comments looked like, I think it was a very good race, and I was quite pleased with how it went. And now we need to move on to the next one. Replace gearbox. As the current gearbox has fulfilled its requirements of 6 races, a new gearbox can now be fitted without triggering a penalty. Well then, yes. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. It's certainly the first time that's happened in this career. I don't remember that ever happening in the last career either. And today we move to Hungary. Another interesting track. And certainly these two back-to-back are going to really put our car to the test.
I know we were expecting some new developments this weekend, but some of them have failed quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
What have you done? The engine power oil combustion. Didn't that fail once already? But we did get the heave dampers, which is always fun to say. Heave dampers. Huh. That's weird. That's weird that that one has now failed twice, I think. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm usually wrong. I need to go back to the R&D tree. Yeah, that's a different one. This is definitely a different one. So it's only 295 point dealio to get that going again. And it'll be ready for Spa. Very nice. Okay. Anything else in this neighborhood? Let's see. Is there anything going on here? There isn't. Okay, because they just finished the heave dampers. The roll dampers would be next, and again would give us a tire wear upgrade. There's actually a whole smorgasbord. Yeah, that's right. I said smorgasbord of things we can do to help tire wear. The other things have to do more with weight redistribution and removing weight in general. I think I'm going to keep going down this tire wear road, because I think that's something that's going to be important for us moving forward. Trying to get good results with our team here. So we'll get that ready, hopefully for Spa as well. How's about the aerodynamics? They are already doing something. Think toast. I think that'll be ready for Spa as well. Hey, I got the words out. Is there anything in the durability department we want to do? Looks like everything would be too expensive. Anywho. Okay, well, moving right along then, let's head to practice in Hungary.
Welcome to the Hungaro Ring for this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix. But before we start to worry about race day, let's focus on today's practice, which is about...
Oh, sorry. Sorry to cut you off there.
Parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the
Well, just
car,
one new
okay?
part, actually.
With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
Oh, with any luck. Alright, I'm looking forward to this one. I really enjoy this track. It's probably one of the most classic of the F1 circuits left on the calendar. This one, Spa, kind of Silverstone. Not really Silverstone anymore. Catalunya a little bit. I can't think of many others at the moment, but this one for sure is one that I consider a classic, and it's a really tough track. It is not easy,
If you
and I
start
like
to
that about
suffer
it.
from oversteer, come in and let us have a look at the setup. You will get oversteer if the rear tyres lose grip before the front. Usually this will be coming from a lack of rear downforce or an overly stiff rear suspension, but a little tweak with negative camber or toe-in can also help with this.
A, that's the most technical thing Jeff has ever said. B, I really like that he said, if you get oversteer, come on into the pits and we'll adjust the setup. When in reality, they aren't going to do a damn thing, and you are left to do the entirety of the setup. So, nice, Jeff. Nice. Let's get acclimatized. Going up for the track acclimatization in Hungary. This is an interesting track. I'm also using an interesting setup. There is a particular Steam user that has posted setups for the Haas career, or at least the Haas cars, and I typically look at those setups, at least for a baseline, as to what to do for the track, and sometimes I've run them, like, straight up. They are just good setups. Sometimes I use them as a baseline and really make a bunch of tweaks to them. This week's looked really bizarre to me. Like, it didn't even look like a setup that would physically work, so I'm very interested to see how this will do around what is... Oh, I couldn't get it turned down enough there. Around what is a pretty unique track. We'll see if maybe the unique setup matches it well. Alright. Oh, again, missing the apex there. I think a lot of the apex markers that they have laid out here just don't happen to line up with my personal tastes on how to attack the track. Or my personal take, anyway, on how to attack the track. Which is fine. And it was noted last week, I talked about how I wish this program gave you some kind of speed grading as well, or some kind of way to help you understand what kind of apex speeds you should be looking for, what kind of braking points you should be looking for, you know, where are the points where you pick up the throttle, things of that nature. And after you complete the program, there is indeed a chart that they give you.
Seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn.
Okay,
Remember
Jeff.
that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Yep. But yes, there is indeed a chart afterwards that shows you that. And I do look at that, but it's not as helpful as I would like it to be, honestly. Still leaves me wanting a bit more. Something on track or during the program, I think would be a little bit more useful. Let's get turned in here. See, I just don't feel very confident in the car just yet. You can see it in my steering that when I'm turning in, yeah, you see how I'm kind of like checking it back and forth. Basically what I'm doing there is hunting back and forth, looking for where the grip is and how it responds. And then as the weekend progresses, hopefully, you know, those kind of subside and I start to believe in the car a little bit more. And I don't check those inputs as much. A bit of a sloppy exit there. That might be close to perfect.
That's
Oh, it was
fantastic.
exactly right.
You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Obviously, Jeff. Obviously. Okay. Well, it's an interesting start anyway. Let's get started with some of the more tedious programs now. I am headed out for a qualifying run now. Been a pretty up and down practice session. If you listen to the car, especially on decel, you can hear it. It's not happy. I believe the kinetic energy motors are going out. Something is going out, and it's been pretty down on power the entire session. You can see me really losing time down the front straightaway here, which has been leading me to kind of try to overdrive the car a little bit to make up for that, and we haven't gotten perfect scores and everything. But as we did raise the difficulty of the AI, that does raise the difficulty of these programs as well, which gives us a nice idea as to our actual pace on the weekend. Oh, buddy. It's not the time to be made up in these couple sets of turns, but it's dicey to do it. I mentioned I was a little leery about this setup, but this has been one of the very few ones I've honestly not touched. It's just been pretty good. That was a bit wide there. But other than that little moment, let's see if we can hit this turn. Oh yeah, you see how early I got back to the gas? That's very good for time here. I lose time in this last sector pretty significantly though. Seems like the car is better in the high-speed turns than the slow-speed turns. So that's a balance you have to deal with, and I think on a track like this, you're always going to have some kind of compromise there. Ran out of power right at the end of the lap.
And a job well done.
Target
You got some
fifth.
excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage.
Result
and I can
fifth.
talk you through
Okay,
the numbers.
that's beautiful. That's exactly in the ballpark of where we want to be as a team. Car was pretty good. One tiny little moment, didn't cost too much time. I'm really wondering if I'm going to be ending up replacing this, let's see what it is. Oh, it's the MGUH. Oh, okay. Well, that's no big deal then. I have a spare MGUH. I took a spare, I believe, at some point in one of our bad qualifying races. So, less drama there. The MGUK is at 58 and the TC turbocharger is at 59. Those shouldn't be issues here, but they might be in coming weeks. I would certainly love to take those at maybe, I don't know, Singapore, rather than somewhere like this, but we'll see how that goes. But we'll have a new MGUH in there for qualifying. Let me go out and do the race strategy program. I honestly think this is the most important of all the programs that I do during the course of practice. And that is because it's actually giving us an idea of what kind of race strategy we're going to be doing, as well as I think the game uses this exact program to judge what kind of fuel strategy you're going to be having and what kind of tire strategy you might have. The actual tire strategy program and fuel strategy program seem to be irrelevant to that. That was wide there. I can remember that these tires are harder. I can use ERS if needed. Oh wow, yeah. A lot less grip on these tires. Takes a second to get used to. Yeah, I can battery power us back up. Need be. Grab a couple of gears there since these tires are harder. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those races where they unfortunately want us to two-stop. We'll see how that goes. And if not, we'll probably be going from ultras to the mediums, which would be unfortunate because this car just seems to really work best on the softer compounds. That was a big slide there too. But I think it's good for me to be kind of pushing the car and almost overdriving the car in this particular program, because it gives us a better representation of what it might be like in the race. Oh, we're not going to get down there. I was 500ths off.
Try again.
It all started with turn 1 where I was a bit wide, which I was a bit wide again. Not as bad though. Let's see if we can dial it in here. Again, understeer right there. I think that's just the difference in the tires. I've grown too accustomed to it turning in very sharply there, and it no longer will. That was better. Hopefully Hulkenberg's not going to be in the way here. Honestly, on the second lap, I kind of feel like the tires have come to life for me more than they were on the first lap, which is also very important to know. You know, that's something you can only really find out by doing, is that, hey, these tires are going to take a lap to come to life, but don't worry too much about what they're like on the first lap. Our hopes on the hard compound and the mediums. Try and use battery power to get by him here because he's going to hold me up too much. However, this car is down on power overall.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great
Oh, I didn't open DRS.
Stay focused.
Whoops. He's really holding me up here. This could be a problem. See if there's somewhere around this track that I can snake my way around him. I'm still in the ballpark right now. See how much he was holding me up there. And there goes the front wing. Well, nuts to that then. I guess I will have to redo this program. That sucks. That's something that happens often when I'm trying to run these programs, is that the AI, they don't give a shit that you exist. They really don't care what program you're on or what tires you're on, if you're faster or you're slower. They're they're just out there in their own world. And when you're trying to hit these programs, not much you can do about it. They go by. So no biggie there. I can run it again.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Well, I
really
drove a
went
car
all
around the
out
track.
for practice today. Are you testing new components?
Let's see. I'm pretty heavily invested in the air department.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
I don't remember that happening. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to not answer that one.
Appreciate your time.
Sorry, Haas, for answering the questions. It's such a stupid system. When did I hit a wall? I don't think I ever hit a wall. Not that I can remember. This game's silly. This game's pretty silly sometimes. I hit, what's his face? Hulkenberg. I didn't hit any walls, though. Boy, well, we're gonna move on to qualifying now. Practice has wrapped up. Pretty happy. I think there's still maybe a touch left in it, but from what I could tell in practice, the thing that I noticed most is I have got to qualify well. Passing here is not an easy thing to do, so I need to qualify in the place that we need to finish, or we're gonna have a bad day. That's what I gathered from this. Looks like good weather this weekend. Nice. This can be a place that rains a lot, so glad to see that. Let's go to qualify.
We hope you're looking forward to today's qualifying in Hungary as much as we are. We think it's...
What did you think it was?
We don't need to push too hard in this session. We should have the pace to qualify easily.
I agree. I'm going to go straight on track for a flying lap and see how we do. I think it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I forgot to put the new MGUH on, though. I am so really dumb. So very, very, very dumb. Why would I do such a thing? I could potentially do it after this session before the next, I believe. I think. Maybe. It might be apart from a issue. I don't know exactly. We're gonna find out, though. Huh. Because, yeah, we're gonna be down on power, and that will hurt us in qualifying if I don't fix that. It would be really fantastic if I had some kind of team member to remind me of parts getting worn and perhaps what kind of part strategy we should be looking for. That'd be fantastic. But that's the name of the game here. I missed that turn pretty badly. It didn't look dramatic, but there's a lot of time left on the table what I just did there. Same deal. I'm trying to desperately overdrive the car now for the effect of making up for the lack of power, and that's not a good thing. It's not going to help. It's just going to make it slower. I stated I did it, but I'm still doing it. Again, it doesn't look very dramatic, but I'm losing lots of little bits of time everywhere around this track. We'll see where we stand. We're down to battery power. 7/10 off of Vettel. Really 8/10. That should still be plenty good enough, though, for as dirty, messy, and gross of a lap as it was. Should be alright. I think I was pretty distracted by being mad at myself for forgetting to change parts.
You're doing a great job. We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
Okay, Jeff, whatever you say. F6, and then F8 power unit. I think we can change this now to 12 to 15 minute change. There's no penalty for this action. Okay, we're gonna do that. That's gonna end our session, and we'll have it ready for Q2. All right, end of Q1. This is exciting to me. Honestly, this is exciting. Look at our teammate there, Kevin Magnussen, in P6, just behind Danny Ricciardo, who, by the way, was on softs. The Red Bulls are the fastest cars here this weekend. No question in my mind, they have the fastest car here. But what about Fernando Alonso there, sitting P4 with a 118.0? That's pretty crazy. Botas barely making it through using the soft tires in Q1, but saved himself a set of tires for really unknown reasons. Kimi Räikkönen drops out of Q1 for trying the soft tire, perhaps not giving himself enough time to do a second run. Perhaps that bug is still around. Who knows? Who knows? But now we head to Q2 with our new MGUH, and I think it's gonna be a quick one. Alright, now we're out here for our Q2 lap. Let's see what it's like with this extra power. I need to keep in mind that it's likely I'll have to reduce my pace a little bit, or just drop my braking zones back a touch, because I've become so accustomed to it being down on power. Glad to have that noise gone, though. That was annoying. Alright, here's where the speed's gonna really change. Did get to the brakes a little bit earlier. Also probably a pretty big change of quarter entry speed there as well. It's been nice and clean so far, though. That's about all you can get of the track there without using curb. It's faster to use the curb, however, it's riskier. Probably something I will... Ooh, that was a little dirty. Probably something I will hold back for a Q3 run. That was nice. Just a little flick of the wheel on the exit to get it pointed straight again. That was also pretty nice. Keeping the RPMs real high there, helping to loosen the car up doing that. A 119, it's actually slower.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Huh. I thought that lap was really great. That might not be enough to get us out of Q2. Was it a 119 slower? I think so. Maybe it was a little faster than we did in Q1. I don't know. Now I'm confused. All I know is I really wanted a 118. It didn't happen. Ooh, I fear this might be close. Oh, snap, son. We're on the bubble. We are on the bubble. I think we just got knocked out. We just got knocked out. I'm sorry for bashing my steering wheel. I didn't think it was that bad of a lap. Well, poop. We were half a second down on Magnussen there. I messed that up. I messed that up real bad. I didn't think at all that we were close to the bubble. I didn't think we were that far down on pace, and I thought it was a good lap. It wasn't a great lap, but it was a good lap. Huh. So starting 11th? Hamilton dropped out too. He's 13th. What a weird qualifying this has been. Pierre Gasly made it through. What? Fernando Alonso's still 5th? What? Wow. Do we take a bunch of parts here and start last? Is that what we do now? Or do we think 11th isn't that bad of a starting spot? Because we'll have fresh tires for the start of the race and a clean strategy, and see if we can attack from there. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. But boy, that surprises me. That really surprised me. I just did not feel like it was that bad of a lap. I should have gone out for another one, but it didn't look dangerous until very late in the session. Oh well. Oh well.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
Emma, that was actually well said. I'm gonna try not to let it get to me. I'm gonna put my head down and try to have a good race tomorrow. Pretty disappointed with that, but hey, this is the new way we're rolling with this series. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. I've got to be a little bit more on the ball. I have to really plan my strategies a little bit better. It's a bit more pressure, but I'm willing to take the challenge. We'll try to make up for that poor qualifying result tomorrow thank you, as always, for watching, and stay tuned. See what we can do.